Arbus said it for all of us. She says, I never took a picture that I thought I was taking. It was always much better or much worse, but never the same. Even an artist knows their work was never in their mind. You are, in some degree, at the mercy of what you find out in the world.
I want to start by focusing on the specific body of work that's going to be in this exhibition at Pace.
Right.
The 100 Circle Farm, which will be 30
Yes.
pigment prints. Could you just talk about how you came to make aerial photographs in the beginning?
1980, Mount St. Helens happened. I bought a Hasselblad camera like the lunar module camera. Seemed to me appropriate for aerial pictures, and I'd never made one. From the air, it seemed like everything I was seeing miraculous. My pilot was watching me as I was working. He said, wait, I come up here every day, and I have to tell you, you're not photographing the right things. And I sort of really took a deep breath and smiled to myself. And isn't that great? Because that means I'm seeing something that's actually here that the ordinary passenger isn't interested in. That liberated me.
There's also a history of allegiance between aerial photography and military surveillance and war.
There was an aerial photograph from World War II, and it involved German drivers taking their plow and destroying an airfield in Libya. And they had somehow picked the circle as the way to destroy the field. When I saw the first circle in 1987, I took one picture. We made it the cover of the 1990 Philadelphia monograph. I was so convinced that that was an opening for me.
One of the key things about this body of work for me is that as a viewer, when you approach it, you just don't know what you're seeing at first. And then when you look more closely, you realize what they are, which is modern agriculture.
All of the pictures are really rooted in a center pivot, a line to deliver the water, and a wheel track to make the circle. So it's always the same physicalities that produced what we're looking at. I guess I don't think there's anything more intimate than a circle. There are very few images where I came over midsummer where the fields were actively laying down water. And it's bubbler systems or sprinkler systems that are dispersing the water in the landscape. That's the spray in the air that's creating that white line. So many purposes have been laid over this one field. And then the field has been cultivated and it's been made usable. And in so doing, it's been made less wild. People were laying down evidence unintentionally, and that they wouldn't have probably have thought anything about beauty or complexity, but I was experiencing it as exquisite. Going back to Mount St. Helens, I had gone there in the mid-'80s on a day that even though it wasn't raining there, the sky was the color of lead, and I'm photographing the river where a city of 30,000 people had just vanished. Nothing about this is not ominous. It is awful. And about then, this most exquisite light broke through the clouds, and I had this revelation: the light doesn't care what we think. Transcendent light has no enemies. Nobody can say no to a spectacular light. It's such a small sample of the world's history. But it's at a specific place, from a specific angle, in a peculiar particular light, and the forms exist as they do and will probably never exist again.